Hi there. I'm seeking to return to being human again. So, let's see where this goes. I have so much bouncing around inside right now. I'm not sure what'll come out. I was contemplating gratitude. You know how I say everything, no matter what it is or brings blessing? Well, two people can be in the same situation and see it completely differently. And so that blessing really resides within you. It's what you're plugged into. There are all kinds of swirling energies out there, all around. Walk through a room, you walk through people's auras, and there are spirals going up and there are spirals going down. And there aren't really any that are just still. Energy isn't still. Energy is in motion. And so it goes up, it goes down. And it's a matter of choices. Walking the timeline that you choose. It's always choice. And it's choice in every nanosecond. And so gratitude is an overall energy you can choose to live within. Your joy is not dependent on anything outside of you. And until you wake up to this, well, you get tossed around a good bit by life. Which isn't to say that once you make this kind of internal adjustment and refocusing, and it amounts to a plugging into higher energies, to your own source, that bad things won't still happen. What happens, happens, but you're not subject to that. That's the big difference here. And so it's like no matter what waters your boat is going through, you're calm. You're calm at the helm. It can be crazy all around you. You can be in pain. And you can embrace it with a certain gratitude. Now, of course, the mind comes up and wonders about masochism. You know me, I don't have so much use for 3D mind. Those functions are taken over by heart. And at a certain point, after mind is ousted from its seat of power, authority, and control in your life, it quits fighting. And it joins and it becomes a cooperative venture. But mind is so used to being in control that it takes a while. It takes some real stepping out of mind, being in heart, and being able to identify those energies. Was that thought from mind, or was that something heart was pondering? It's got an energy signature, a thumbprint, that you'll be able to recognize before too long. We begin to recognize other people's thoughts this way too. You know, we're all telepathic. That's just the way of it. And your thoughts have a certain signature, an energy signature that stamps them as yours, as having flowed through your force field there. And other people's thoughts are different and have a different energy signature that the first thing well, for me, the first thing that I recognized was thoughts going through my awareness that were just the whole way they were structured was not native to the way of my internal being. It was just different. And it was so different, it made me stop what I was doing and wonder, what's that? Where did it come from? And then the person that I was standing next to and conversing with began to say the words that had appeared in my mind, in my awareness, and I realized, oh my gosh, it felt different because it wasn't my thought. It was his. And so I was probably 17 when that happened. And it was a big wake up to realize that thoughts, we think it's all our own because we thought it. And until you break that belief and step out of it, you're not going to see anything different because you have a belief that it's yours. And so you take it all on as if you were the originator of every thought that went through your awareness. Well, you're not, but it's up to you to wake up to that. Nobody's going to help you do it. Your beliefs are your own. You're in charge of them. A big part of what we've been taught is to sit back and not take responsibility for things, to point the finger of blame and, to wait for rescue, all that kind of thing. There's endless ways we've been taught not to own our own life. And so it's a bit of a challenge waking up when we realize what robots we've been turned into under this hypnosis. And so we begin to unplug. And anyone who wants to get an experience of this, to test it out, my suggestion is turn off the TV and the cell phone for 1 week. Try to stay away as much as you can from everything wireless also for 1 week. Just give yourself that period of time away from the media and away from those conflicting frequencies. They are anti our biology. And whether they were designed that way or not is not what's at issue here. It's just the fact that they kind of short circuit our energy force field. And so carrying that cell phone around is not a good thing. Not if you're wanting to reconnect with higher self, with source. And so it's nice sometimes to just take a break and take a vacation. And, there's also something inside of us that wants a certain proof. We want the experience of something. We might want to believe something, but we want some evidence. And so no one can really give that to us, right? No matter what I say here, if you haven't experienced it, well, it's of limited worth or value to you. It's just so much blah blah until you find out whether it's so or not. But I did very much want to speak up for gratitude as more than an attitude. It's a whole direction of flow of your being, of your energy. It puts you on a massive upward spiral. And it raises you above many frequencies. We'll get to a point where the dark beings won't even be able to see us as we step up and out of the dark energy that is their native soup. And likewise, I suppose we won't be seeing them. I don't know. I just know that blame and judgment is not the way out. The mind and trying to figure things out is not the way out. And even the whole concept of the way out, of getting out, isn't a concept of leaving. When I think of ascension, I don't think of rising above and disappearing into the skies or that kind of thing. We're ascending every moment if we choose to be. It's a matter of the rising or the falling spirals, and it's a matter of our choices. We need to choose again and again in all the little things, in all the little ways, every thought, every feeling. You can make a choice when bad things happen to you, how to look at it. And the thing is not to do the knee-jerk response thing, is to act and not react. And look inside. You can reframe it for yourself. You can reach up into the highest and best that you are. You can reach into that heart of yours and just watch and observe. I'm not saying put a goody two-shoes patina over everything and just think positive and bad things don't exist. You're not hearing that here. Okay? Bad things do happen, and they hurt like hell. All right? And I know it's miserable when you're down and depressed, and you hear things like this, and you think, yeah, right, and how do I climb onto that, huh? Well, every little choice counts. Just the little ones in the current moment. It's not a matter of making some great big plan for some future and all that kind of thing. It's a matter of making the choices that are available to you there right now. And lifting up your energies. And gratitude is something everyone has access to. Gratitude and joy float within heart. They're there at all times. So you don't have to concoct them. They're already present within. And so going within is the answer to most things. You don't have to force your will upon things. Your will is for your life alone and for choices that have to do with you. Best to leave others alone. If we would all just take care of our own energy, our own stuff, and realize that when we're responding negatively to someone or something in life, if you can just freeze frame for a moment, just stop that and back off and have a good look. If you can do this, what I have discovered is that it's my own energy there that I'm projecting out onto that situation. And that situation or that person, that being, doesn't deserve this. This is my personal garbage. And I need to work it out myself, with myself, for myself, and take ownership of this energy. It's a total different way of approaching life. And you find it in heart. This isn't something I figured out, my friends. This is just ready-made there for you and me, and you'll have your own perfect way that will be shown to you that you are right there within. And everyone's way will be so magnificent and different. There's not one size fits all here. What if all the birds in the forest only sang the top 10 tunes? You wouldn't want to hang around in the forest. I mean, that would be dull. So anyway, your way is the best way, but you've got to find it. And it's not easy. I mean, on the one hand, it's totally easy because it's already done for you. It's right there within heart. That's one side of the coin. The other side is it's grueling sometimes. It's joyful, it's everything all mixed up. But beneath and behind and under it all is your will and your choices and your feelings about things, owning those and being willing to take ownership for your own energies let's all see about, let's quit projecting our own energy on others and pointing the finger of blame. Let's start there. Let's start with self, my friends. We can end war this way. Did you know that? We really can. Outside is a reflection of inside. And that isn't well seen yet. That's one of the things that's been hidden from us. You know, we've been lied to very thoroughly. But that's okay. It's no big deal to us. The creator beings that we are, this is just, it's not a walk in the park, but we've got it. We've got it. If we choose, we've got it under control of divinity. So, let's start owning our life in new ways. And I'd say let's make a choice for those upward spirals. You can choose joy and gratitude. You can choose appreciation. You can magnify that energy there in your life. It's a choice. And it makes a difference. Every little choice does. See you again soon.